Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jay. So as an international student, why are you not able to get any jobs in the UK? So you have completed your masters, you've been applying for jobs and you're not getting any calls, right? So I speak to tens of people, and over the years I have spoken to hundreds of people about the same issue, right? And I have successfully helped a number of people land a skilled job in the UK, right? Even 15 years ago, when I was starting out, when I was applying for jobs, I was in the same situation where I was getting no calls, and then I was getting nowhere, and then slowly I made changes and I met people, and long story short, after 5 months I got a job in IT. And when I when I had my job and I got the job, I knew nothing about IT, but however I landed the job, right? So here is the thing, right? Here are the steps involved, right? So first things first, this is from my experience of speaking to lots of people and also my personal experience. When not everybody knows what they want, what job they want. When I speak to people and what do you want to do, they give me a very vague job of like, okay, I want to work in IT, or I want a tech job, I want a security job, I want a networking job, or this or that. Very vague, right? First things first, you need to know exactly what kind of job role you're looking for. For example, what job titles, give me a couple of titles. That's what you need to know, right? I want to work as a cyber security analyst. I want to work as an IT support engineer. I want to work as a software developer specialized in this and that, right? So that's what first things first you need to figure out, right? Once you figure that out, right, the first step is to make a CV. This is where most people fall flat on their face, right? So in Indian market, I speak to lots of people from India as well as other international students from other countries, right? So most of the times what I notice is the CVs. When I look at the CV, man, almost 9 times out of the 10, it's like this CV, if I'm an employer looking at this CV coming in for a job, I would probably just chuck it in the bin straight away. 9 times out of the 10, that's what it is. CV, either formatting is really poor, really bad, and the person who is applying, who is the candidate, they are just putting everything they know or they think employer should know, or really like everything, including their modules of the projects, or their hobbies like reading books or playing badminton, whatever it is. And some people just go out there and just to fill the pages, they leave huge white spaces and then put unnecessary information on all that number of things, right? So if you're not getting any calls, you've been applying for the jobs but not getting any calls, means there is something wrong with your CV. You have to ask yourself what you're doing wrong, right? So back in the day, I had to reach out to a number of people for the CV review and but nowadays you have fantastic tools, AI, ChatGPT, Google CV samples, and lots of different tools, right? There are websites which can make a CV. There is a ChatGPT will help you make a CV. It's so easy these days, right? So make sure your CV is spot on, especially the formatting of the CV is spot on. First things, when somebody looks at the CV, it has to look good on the eye, and then they will read further. If the CV is badly formatted, even though your content is great, even though you have like 3 years experience and whatnot, If the CV is badly formatted, poorly formatted, then your chances are very low, right? Make sure the formatting is spot on, right? And I know some people have like this side column where they insert all the skills, and then there is another column where they insert professional summary, experience, and then another column. I'm not a huge fan of that. It's yeah. Just keep it simple, tidy. Just, you know, abstract, a professional summary or skills, and then work experience, and then your certifications and education and training, and if you want to mention technical skills again or soft skills, mention that, and then additional information. Easy peasy, right? Make sure you listed out the job descriptions, what you have done in the past. That's simple as that. And then whenever you're applying for the job, make sure the CV, you change the CV, right? This is another important step. People have this CV, they make up one CV, and then they think they will apply with the same CV for every single job. It doesn't work like that. It's your chances are, you will be better optimized if you are changing the CV for the job you're applying for. Make sure your CV is lined up with a job for at least 70 to 80%, right? So job description, where job description and the skills or the sections you can be creative about. You can make sure your CV is lining up with the job you're applying for. I wouldn't be changing the job titles and the job timelines and the companies you work for and all that. But job descriptions, you can be creative. Job responsibilities, you can be creative, and the technical skills as well, you can be really creative, and then put the stuff they're asking for, right? It's that's simple as that. Your CV has to be good. If you don't know, if you're feeling lost, as I said, there are a number of tools. If you think those tools won't help you either, then reach out to people like myself. I know everybody is busy. You can't expect a response from everybody, but there are people that will help. For example, myself, I offer a 10 minutes free CV review for anybody who is approaching. Back in the day, I had a couple of people help me to land my first job, and this is my way of paying it forward. And I have, as I said, I have helped lots of people. Especially over last 1 week alone, I had 2 people I mentored. They messaged me saying they landed their job they've been looking for. Absolutely, that makes my day. Any day. That's the biggest news I can receive is somebody landing their dream job, dream role, right? They have done all the hard work. I haven't done much. I just help them point in the right direction. That's what we need sometimes, right? So yeah, the CV, make sure your CV is lined up. If you're applying and applying, if you're not getting any calls, then there is definitely something wrong with your CV. So it's time to look into the CV and make it right. So on the next video, I'll talk about how to apply, how to go about applying the roles, especially for international students. So stay tuned, subscribe, and also if you fancy, join my free mentorship group. That is AskJai.com/join. That is AskJai.com/join. Join. You put in the URL. I'll leave in the description as well. And see you there. It's all free. I usually do weekly group mentoring calls where you can ask me any questions, any challenges you're facing, and then hopefully, I'll give you a hand on your journey to land that dream job you're all looking for, right? Okay, see you on the next one. Cheers.